Well, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watching on this FA Cup weekend. We had the men on Friday, Saturday they went out and they're no longer obviously going to have a chance of winning their 15th record extended FA Cup, but the women are having a chance today to start their campaign on the road to Wembley come May, hopefully for them to add their 15th FA Cup win in the club's history to their bow. Obviously, this is now the last game before the transfer window also closes to the men and women. We are playing Leeds. They are I believe Tom mentioned this before, the fourth tier women's football calendar, basically. So it shouldn't be an issue on that side of things. But hence why there's so many changes to the Arsenal team today. Considering the news that's going about in the last 24 hours or so, there's a surprise added to our team today. I'm just getting the team up now, bear with me. Also, you can watch this on arsenal.com alongside with himself. Here we go. Here's the teams. Gio's making their debut. Here we go. Already got Tom in the chat as well going. I think you're the only one hoping for a miracle. Oh dear. Right, let's share this screen so you guys can see the team lineup for the girls today. Right, if you bear with, here we go. We have, right, me, and again, I'm having a little giggle because Gary mentioned it the other day on the fact we've got like 4 Arsenal goalkeepers at our disposal now. I don't know if it's second choice, third choice. He must be was second choice until we've now bought another goalkeeper, so he might be third. I don't know anymore. But McKersey, he's in goal tonight. Today, obviously. Ginsberg got the day off completely, not even on the bench, because obviously our other goalkeeper, new goalkeeper, is on the bench. We've got Ventvire, Williamson, Jen Beattie, who, by the way, is just retired this week from international football. So she's solely concentrating on her club football nowadays. Steph Catley at left back, Kim Little and Cole. Cole making a full competitive debut for the Arsenal, along with Pavlova. Again, along with as well, Gio as well, who we brought in the summer from Barcelona, then loaned it to Everton. Weren't getting the game time, so we called her back, along with the injuries we've got, obviously. And Caitlin Ford, and as I say, the kind of surprise in one sense, Katie McCabe starting. And the reason why it's kind of surprised, because it has emerged in the last 24 hours that Chelsea, Emma Hayes and co have come forward to us with a bid for Katie McCabe. It was rejected straight from the off, obviously. But there has been a bid for Katie McCabe from Chelsea. So got a few Arsenal fans a bit concerned, a bit worried, because we've already got rid of Jordan Nobbs. Ewa Boots, she's on loan at Tottenham. Doesn't look like she's got much of a career left at Arsenal because of Jonas is completely isolated and she doesn't want to be here. She scored today, by the way, for Tottenham, which hasn't. It's proven my point, really. Stefan Leeds on the most beloved of any club in England. I mean, there's worse. There's teams that are worse loved. Let's put it that way in England. Oh dear, but yeah, as I say, it's with all due respect, I know Tom's watching and all that, but this should be a 4-goal conclusion. The girls, even though again it's a mixed match of our new players and our first team, etc. This should be a 4-goal conclusion, at least a 5-0 today. Sorry, Tom, but it should be. But it's FA Cup, you never know. I'm just going over now to get myself all logged in and get go away. Freaking teams are out, by the way, and literally just lining up now. I need to I've got the entire squad on the pitch for some reason, lining up, so it's just day 11. Balamina. I am going to disappear a couple of times at the start of this, by the way, just because I'm in the middle of serving up dinner in the next 10 or so minutes. Stefan, like you, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City nowadays and their fans, Liverpool fans, because for some bizarre reason they have this hatred for Arsenal and basically want Man City of all teams, even the team they've gone up against for the last few years, they want them to win the title over Arsenal. They're that desperate for Man City to do it. And for us to fall off after that Friday night's win, they're going, oh, look, you come against a decent team. But I'm sorry, Man United, they're not down the road. Chelsea, Liverpool themselves, they're not decent teams now all of a sudden. And as soon as I say Liverpool score, Harvey Elliott to score in the FA Cup against Brighton. I think I speak for everyone when I say we are all hoping for a shock. Get a shock. I will literally, there's a shock today, I will be calling for Giannis's head. Even more than ever before. What are you doing out here? Hey, come on. Always. Don't you stop. You go. Let's go. Yeah, sorry about that. As I was looking at my dogs at the toilet. If there's a shock, I've called for Giannis before, not completely, but I've said I've had my doubts as him as an Arsenal manager, a head coach, whatever. If we were to lose today, considering he's got rid of Jordan Nobbs, he's let Iwabuchi go to Tottenham on loan, no qualms. He doesn't really look to be bringing any experience in. How he's brought players in, but not real experienced players of the WSL or whatever. It's just been like the young, cheap, cheerful options by the looks of it. From his side of the world as well, hasn't been boding well for me, put it that way. And I'm on the edge. I'm so on the edge. If there's no shot today, but Katie McCabe sold to Chelsea or in general, she's let go. We don't extend her contract. She's let go. I can go mental. One of our most senior pros, one of our best players. Yes, she's got a reputation of getting booked. I don't care. I like a bit of fire about her in that sense. If they suck Kate McCabe or let her go for free, end of her contract or whatever, I will lose my fucking mind. Because it just seems like any sort of experienced players we've had, or decent players, we're just going, bye. I wouldn't mind Iwabuchi. Iwabuchi was one of these signings when he first got given the job. It was literally his first ever signing. And as I said, I keep saying about her, she was starting, one of our best players, etc., etc. And next thing you know, drops her for no reason. Now she's at Tottenham on loan. Scoring for them today in the FA Cup. We're 3 minutes late before the kickoff. It's still not kicked off yet. I'm going to put myself on the big screen now, just me. But as I say, I'm going to get my dog back in, and I'll be sending about 10 minutes or so. So these players will be no match for the mighty Leeds ladies of the fourth tier of the women's game. As a general consensus, has probably held that honour. Sorry, Tom. Oh dear. Bit disappointed is it. Obviously, talk about the FA Cup, the men's side of the men's FA Cup. Since obviously we played Friday, it's been a bit of a mere weekend. Really, doesn't feel like proper. And the games, the FA Cup matches, the ones that have been on televised and none. There's been any upsets yet, as far as I'm aware. Man United stomped through bloody Reading yesterday. Tottenham did what they were expected to do against Preston North End. We are underway. Get the scoreboard up, ready. 1 second. There we go. And you're on the way. We're 2 minutes in. Yay. And we've got a camera angle today where you can't see the throwing from it when the camera is basically. Yeah, I think I was saying the other day, someone in terms of obviously the women playing at Bournemouth, being the Bournemouth, their home, and this and the other, now the 21s and all that. I think Arsenal need to call it a day on that and just be the pioneers, basically. Be that team once as we go on the attack. Good save from the goalkeeper. poor shot, but a good save. We should be the pioneers, the ones that lead the line and integrate all the routes, all of our teams, the youth team, the women's team, and all that to the Emirates Stadium. The Emirates Stadium is home, like Arsenal's, the Arsenal home stadium being the home for all the Arsenal teams, men, women, the youth teams of all levels. They need to get better camera angles for these sort of games as well. More than just one camera going, corner in, not really tested. Oh, we have to face. That could be, got to stop the game there. Leah Williamson had a shot down the volley, and it basically hit the Leeds, I'm assuming defender, flush in the face. So she's going to have to receive some treatment for that. So there'll be a bit of a stoppage in play. And while that is, I'm going to go and dog back in quickly. You got the camera on. Oh, dear. If you haven't already, by the way, guys, do smash that like button, do share the content around on all the social medias and all that as well. The more you like it, the more shares you put out there. Again, YouTube see that they then recommend it live White Life itself, more faces, new people, with the community even faster. And if you haven't already, as well, you can become a member of the channel. The link is in the description of this video, and the link is in the live chat as well. Go on, Clover. Ooh, so close there. As you'd expect, 5 minutes in, it's been a while. So as you would expect, with the levels between the two teams and the levels. Yeah, so yeah, but I was saying about the FA Cup, the men's side of the FA Cup. There's been no real upsets, has there? Fourth round of the cup, as I say, but United they went through easily. Tottenham did what they eventually went through easily. Made harder work in first half as always. Then decided to turn up second half. FC. Stoke now beating Stevenage there. Just come up now. Score update on ITV. Liverpool beating Brighton. Even though if Brighton were to win today, wouldn't be really up. It wouldn't be. Even though Liverpool are holders, it wouldn't be an upset really because based on performances this season, 3-0 at Anfield. Or was it 3-0 every week or something like that? Something ridiculous every week against at the Amex. Wouldn't be much of an upset in that sense. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's none of the underdogs have really got a result so far this weekend. I know Wrexham are playing today against Sheffield United. That's the last opportunity of an upset, let's be honest. For this round, I mean. I don't class lower league teams getting a draw 1-0. Well done, Lamptey, the goal. As I say that, but old Lamptey, the old fullback that came from Chelsea, their academy, they let him go. He had a bit of a injury torn season last season, coming back into it this season and absolutely belts someone in. Back to the Arsenal game now. Again, we're having the ball. We are having the ball in their half. It's just we've got to be more aggressive. In my opinion, we've got to be more aggressive in that final third. It's been a bit going through the motions, if that makes sense. What a shot from Lamptey though. Oh no. Well, Lamptey had the shot, but it comes off Dunk, so Dunk's trying to claim it. It takes it away from obviously Ellison, who then tries to recoup himself but doesn't. So that probably be given to Dunk because of how big of a deflection that took actually. Still 0-0. What's going on? Oh dear, you got to laugh. You don't laugh, you cry. Tom, behave yourself. To sing your comments. Poor from Steph. Yeah, about 5 minutes, guys. I will disappear. You can still be able to hear me. I'll just be out of shot serving up the Sunday roast, but put it that way. Sort of overlapped. It should have been done by like 10 minutes beforehand, but I haven't been a pain in the ass. Shocker in this house. It's just been in the final third. We're having the ball. We're just not being aggressive enough in that final third, in my opinion. Stamping our 30. We're just literally just got slow, going through the motion sort of thing, and no, as I say, putting one on them basically. Corner from Kate McCabe, Jen BT, goal. There you go, nice and easy. 1-0 to the Arsenal already. Sorry, Tom, it's game over. It's a scrappy goal. I'll give you that. But yeah, it looks like was it Caitlin Ford who got the final touch in the end? Jane Beatty had the okay. Here comes the Cabe. Beatty with the header, and there's a bit of a mix up. The keeper comes out, doesn't really commit to try and catch the ball. Bit of half-hearted like that. And Caitlin Ford is just there. It ricochets off the goalkeeper into the goal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Come on, girls. Cool. That's good timing for you as well, Mark, as well in the chat. Seeing you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Arsenal scored this weekend. Woo! We should be scoring, let's be honest. Stefan, I should have Burnley sounds a nightmare to be honest, but then there's that's a good result. I will say that even though it was a nil-nil, apparently it wasn't the best of games either from either side. No, apparently no one really went for it apparently in that game. Good result for Ipswich. Obviously, you're a league below Burnley. They're flying in the Championship. You're flying in League One. Even though it's that turf more, I can see an upset happening there, just because obviously, even though Vincent is a winner, at one sense he'll be able, depending on how the season's going by then as well. In the next couple of weeks, his focus will be trying to get that automatic top two spot for promotion. The only thing is if Burnley go through, assuming Burnley win the replay and will go through to the fifth round. The irony is, and this time next year, if they get promoted, obviously this season, the irony is next season the FA Cup they'll flog it off in the third round, basically, guarantee it. Another corner to the Arsenal. 6-7 corners already. Seen it on Leeds YouTube channel. It's on Arsenal's. This game as well is on the Arsenal website as well, on Arsenal.com. Go on, can have a shot? No. Gonna try and pass it. Over? No. Come on. What? I don't like it. Oh, go on saying that now. Go on, have a shot. 2-0. Poor goalkeeping. That's poor goalkeeping again. Our new signing gets Catherine Cool. Gets the goal. It was a good shot, don't get me wrong, but the goalkeeper gets hands to it, not just one hand, gets a proper, but it still manages to go in. Like she goes down, it hits off her hand fully, and it still manages to get back and then flop into the goal. So 2-0 to the Arsenal. This could be a long, long. Leeds aren't in WSL. No, they're not. Tom said they're like the fourth tier women's game, basically. I think it's shown already. We're 4-0. Oh, we're 2-0 already. We're 2-0 already in what? 13 minutes. 2 goals in 3. Oh, how do I spell this? Right. K and U with the 2 things. HL. And the 13th minute. There we go. That's better. Sorry, Tom. This ain't gonna be a good day for you, but it looks for it. You got this. The men got through yesterday. Even that wasn't an upset, really, was it? But you put your strong team up. I respect the teams are putting their strongest teams out as well in this FA Cup. And you went obviously you went 1-0 up the first half, finished, killed the game off early in the second, and yeah. So bear with me now. I'm just going to start serving my dinner up. I'll be back in 2 minutes, hopefully. It's still ain't me, by the way. Right, how are we doing for score-wise? How are we doing? Still 2-0. Oh, cool. Yeah. That's fed. Still 2-0. I think missed that goal. Fantastic. Oh, 10 comments. 3. Same total if you say so. In terms of your casting your winners and upset and all that, you've got to behave yourselves now. Right. Go on, right. Where are they? New ones. Oh, bloody hell, how many corners have we got in this first half already? First 24 minutes, we've got how many corners? Just a bit. I don't know, we are winning 2-0, but still, we think that a bit of boosting, but really go for it now. We're just, again, through the motions, a bit of hardship in certain places. Try and play the extra pass. We don't need to. He has a shot for the head and saved. He actually held on to it this time. He's still going to win this somehow. Tom, for that to happen, they have to attack. If they don't attack, there's no way back. No rhyming or pun intended there. They're taking the ball to the attack now, just going for a third. Do they have a shot? No, they pass it for no reason. Again, that's what I'm saying. Hesitating on the ball, hesitate until the point we've got to pass it. You're passing it to someone who's surrounded by bloody Leeds players, who's only just arrived, probably not high in confidence, they've scored. What do you expect to happen? It's a left dick. What are doing there? It's going out to leave it. Get the throw in, go. Nope, give Leeds a throw. Yeah, Leeds again. They're 2-0 down from Leeds' perspective here. I know that the levels and all that, but players not exactly breaking the net to take throw-ins. Put it that way, or anything in general. It's just kind of, yeah, okay, cool. He just took the throw and gave it away. Let's say that. Come on, girls, come on. We're in the box. Nope. Leeds defender needs to be cleared. Intimidate. That's why we're tuning up. Okay. I'll check this as I remember a couple of girls. Talking of the Scottish football, the SPL, was it SPL? It is SPL this weekend, isn't it? the Aberdeen manager got sacked straight after the full-time whistle when he was sacked immediately. They've been in a poor run of form, as we anyone follows the SPL knows. Well, they don't even have to follow it; it's put on Sky News and all as well. Had a shock. They got knocked out of the cup last weekend. The Scottish FA Cup. They got knocked out of, or whatever it was, against the league below them or two league below them team. And I think they are. And then they got battered yesterday by Hibernian 6-0. So literally, there's a whistle went at full time. Straight away, Aberdeen statement: he's sacked. He's gone. Didn't even get down the tunnel to the away dressing room and all that. Lost to a non-league team in the Gnostics. That's it, yeah. In the, I think I was calling it as well. As the goals going into that up in Scotland, that game between Hibs and Aberdeen, I said, he's gone, no matter what. Wait, come here. Everyone's looking for life when I'm on lives, aren't they? One sec. Oi. Also, no. Just bringing on Cody Gakpo, Liverpool. Stefan, the Aberdeen game was a joke. I think Rangers fans are right when they say that they only raised their game against Rangers. There's no love lost there. It does seem like it. It does. Look at their not just this season in general, every season. Yeah, they do pick themselves up performance-wise, no matter what, for the home or away against Rangers. Yes, let's go. This one get a third. Come on, let's rub the salt in the wound and kill the tie off. Well, the tie's dead anyway after 1-0, but still, because the Leeds are just they're doing that. Leeds are just letting us have the ball in this game. Literally, even at 1-0 for the 3-minute spell in between the first and second goal, they were showing nothing to try and get forward. And this isn't ask the women's teams for full first choice 11. By the way, that's available. I mean, and yeah, it's just like we've got a makeshift defence and got our second or third choice goalkeeper in goal. We've seasoned the ranking and all that, and just no, I know it's just trying to get. It's just basically they come out, accept a death rate straight from the second the draw was made, and just trying to keep the score as low as possible, basically. Well, if the keeper was doing a job in the first place, it'd still be 0-0. But for the two goals that we've scored so far. Just for us again, keep saying it. We're just so slow. It's like there's certain players are standing on the spot, waiting for the ball to come to them, surrounded by players, and the ones that have got the ball are making the wrong choices, like that's there, just rushing it, and there's just no need for it. another reason why I have my doubts about Jonas as a manager of this team. If anything, he should be gone in the summer, no matter what happens. Be it this FA Cup, Champions League, or in the WSL, he needs to go. I think it might sound harsh considering he was like 1 point of a title last summer, and then the way things have gone so far this season with injuries and all, it might sound a bit harsh, but the injuries aside, he's letting senior players or best talented players go. That's what I hate. And then he's bringing in, all due respect, young blood, young cheap blood, basically. That's got no experience at any proper up in a season of experience, basically, at any level in the women's game. It's just like you're taking us back with your recruitment now that you've decided to go down all of a sudden since the summer. You're taking us backwards. I mean, in the summer, Psalms was in the summer. I'm sorry, the fact that we let 6-7 players from a squad go for nothing. They brought in a goalkeeper and 2 outfield players, and one of the outfield players was sent out on loan again to Everton. They just been brought back in this window. And then in this window, we brought in 3 players. But as I say, look at the profile. Look at when they just given their profile of their careers and all that. They've just got started. Yeah, we get Iwabuchi. I keep singing her praises, and she's proving much by scoring for them, not down the road, by the way, in the FA Cup for their game against London City. Poor decision making there. Let's just go to Tottenham for that. Let's start. Yeah, cool, no problem. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Almost free there. Keeper puts her hands out, push it for a corner. Yeah, absolutely no problem. Yeah, you can go Tottenham. I ain't got a problem with that. Jordan Nobbs, 12 years of service, completely disrespected. Off you go to Aston Villa. And we're just bringing in young blood kids basically to replace experienced heads. It's ridiculous. And what's really got my back up again with Jonas even more recently is when we sent Iwabuchi out on loan to Tottenham, she felt she had to put a statement out there. It was translated in such a will be free. No, good save. Actually stayed out this time for the goalkeeper. Good shot from Caitlin Ford actually. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Iwabuchi felt that Manuel Iwabuchi, sorry, I get fucking words out eventually. She felt the need that she had to come out and put a statement out there, explain that realistically she wants to be at Arsenal. She wants to stay, but she doesn't feel wanted by the manager. At the end of the day, she's come to a stage of her career, coming to the end of her career now. She still feels that she can contribute, play first team football, be a regular, and even though the move might upset Arsenal fans, we're not upset with her, we're upset the club. I'm upset personally, to be honest, because he's okayed it. He's treated her like crap since literally for the last 12 months now, since he came back from the Women's Asia Cup. He's treated her like crap for no reason whatsoever. Again, she was his first signing when he got given the job, by the way. For no reason. She was in form, this, that, and the other. She's one of our best players up to going away for the Women's Asia Cup this time last year. Comes back, he has completely disregarded her, basically. Barely gave her any minutes. And as I say, in her statement, she says, I felt I wasn't wanted. I want to be. And if I'm somewhere I feel wanted, and I'm told I'm wanted, I'm going to give my all. What does that tell you? If that's not a dig at our current manager, I don't know what is. I don't blame her because, as I say, he has completely outed her for 12 months now for no reason. He never gets pulled in it either. I mean, today, I've always said about Black Senior, since she got made her first start. She's always been in the Arsenal 11, no matter what. This is the first game. And the only reason she hasn't started today is because of who we're playing. If we were playing with all due respect, I know you're in the chat, Tom, a more tougher opposition, she would be playing, even though her form this season doesn't subsidise why she should doesn't subsidise it, doesn't justify her starting all the time. But Iwabuchi's always at the squad. We've got injuries to Vivian Miedema first this season, Beth Mead first this season. They're not playing for Arsenal again this season. Period. And he still wouldn't give her minutes. Personally, I think I think he needs to go. The nail in the coffin for me was when he's letting Iwabuchi go. Wait, even though it's on loan, she's effectively out the door. But to stand out alone either way to Tottenham, I know they're not a rival to us in terms of where we are in the league and all that, respectively. They're they're still Tottenham in the day. You're still strengthening them somewhat, and I don't nah. And then you're hearing rumours. What was it late last night till this morning? News has come out that Chelsea Emma Hayes is trying to poach Kate McCabe off us. We've rejected the offer, but apparently they're expected to come back in before Tuesday's deadline day. If she goes, he won't know what's hitting. Put it that way. A lot more fans will turn on Jonas. Chelsea women are beating Liverpool 3-1. What is this? Is this a cup or league? They were meant to play each other in the league last week, but obviously the virgin pitch scenario. Russ is in the chat. Big up Russ. Seeing, I've got birds, got cats, got dogs, got rabbits. You name it. Have a look. All right, yeah, we're winning 2-0. I know that. Select win 1-0. Women's FA Cup. There we go. Tottenham on 5-0 today. Let me do 2 scored today. Iwabuchi got 1. Let's look at contribution in general for Iwabuchi. Oh, she got the goal. She got a goal. That was it. But still, my point's still proven. She could still contribute. Yeah, it's FA Cup. It's not the league. Sam Kerr, the hat trick. Shock horror. Man City winning 6-0 against Sheffield United. Sunderland losing 2-1 to Man United. Oh. Penalty's been given, I think. I'm back to my stream here. Arsenal.com, here we go. Yeah, Caitlin Ford got fouled in the box. Penalty to Arsenal. Kate McCabe. This is weird. Or is Kim taking it? Kate McCabe's got the ball. Kim's coming forwards with it. Oh, Kim's taking it. Okay. If Kate McCabe had took it, I would have been like, that's a signal saying that she's going. But obviously it's not. It's Kim. Thankfully. That's always God. If he lets her go. He lets her go. To anyone, especially Chelsea. Fucking hell. I go mental. I will literally lose my mind. Come on, Kim. Calm and cool. Easy. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Down the keeper's right hand. The keeper went to her left. Effectively dove to her left. Ball sent down the right hand side of the goal. 3-0. Nice and easy. Ties over. Been on the next round of the FA Cup. Sorry, Tom. No upset today. Ref has been paid off by us. One sec. I'll come to your comments in a minute, Tom. One sec. There we go. 3. There we go. Right, here's a little comments quickly, Tom, because you meant who was there? Oh, it's nice in your Gordon Ramsay comment. Leeds are only losing as it's not your full first team. That's what I'm saying. If we didn't have the injury to Bev, Biv, and we just went ham with you guys and said, you know what, strongest 11 possible. You guys will be 3-0 will be an understatement at this point. Let's just stop playing football and agree to settle the tie in a Oh dear. But you're glad you asked me. You're making sure I was covering this now. Just before? Nope. Nunes, Milner, fucking Chase Milner, bloody hell, and Henderson have come on for Liverpool. Got multitasking, watching this one. I've got this Brighton Liverpool one as well on ITV. Just because. The box, go on. Oh! almost 4. That would have been naughty. Oh, for the love of days! Hey, come here. Hey. Why are you coming to life when I'm on live? Go back now. Come on, go. Go. Oh dear! I'll get up, Salah. Actually, I've said it. I think I said it before. I think I said it before. I think I might have said it last year. Actually, I might have said it recently as well. But the fact that in the FA Cup, not the men's FA Cup, obviously, talk about now, VAR can only be used if a game's been held up Premier League ground. So, for example, if it was, I'm trying to think now, for example, Newcastle, as it was in the last round, Newcastle versus away to Sheffield Wednesday, no VAR, just as it used to be, basically. But if the Premier League team's hosting, it was an all Premier League affair. The text there to use, basically. And I think this is the thing with the League Cup that got kind of distribute in the early years of VAR in the Carabao Cup. A few years back, they did that, add that rule, and it was like it got heavily criticised in the League Cup to the point that they don't use the even if it's a Premier League team hosting in a game or an all Premier League affair, VAR is not in use until the semi-final of the League Cup now. Personally, when it comes to the FA Cup, VAR shouldn't be in place at the final. They shouldn't use VAR at all, no matter what, until the final itself. And it should be the same for the League Cup as well. So it's fair for up all the way up to the final. It's fair for everyone. Everyone's been given the same treatment, no matter what. Half time, Arsenal 3, Leeds 0. And let's be honest, if Arsenal this Arsenal team was a bit more at it in the final third, a bit more clinical as well, it could have been 5 or more. But it is what it is. We're 3-0 up half time. We're going through to the next round of the cup unless there's a major drop off in the second half. It's just a matter of how many goals we're going to get in the second half now. Personally, I know we've won the games, we're 3-0 up and all that, but I would bring on some of the big guns in the second half. There's a, again, what? I state off a lot, by the way. I do state off a lot. We've tried to mention it before, but this is a game perfect for Stina Blackstenius to get her sort herself out. If she can't get a hat trick, if she can't come on at half time, for example, and get a hat trick in 45 minutes against this Leeds team, just bin her off in the summer. Put her on the bench for the rest of the season and bin her off in the summer. No. I was always going to cover it. I'm just saying, you never asked now. At least one of your teams won, though. It's sort of balanced out because your men's team won. As it stands, the women aren't going to win. Our men's team lost, but our women's team is going to win. So it's balancing it out. We still earned our right to play. Of course, I'm not doubting that. Never doubt that whatsoever. I'm just a bit surprised that because no replays, it's literally on the day as well. In terms of women's FA Cup, the results, the game's done on the day. You get the result one way or the other. But Leeds have just come at the women's team today has just come at the sole purpose to sit back. It's like straight away as they're coming out, they've accepted their defeat. The defeat basically before the ball's being kicked. Because tactically, all they've done is just sit behind the ball and try to keep the score down as low as possible, and just hope for a miracle. That was never going. Let's be honest. Any Arsenal team put out today, that was never going to happen in terms of keeping a clean sheet against an Arsenal team. Especially when you've got a goalkeeper like you have, with all due respect, it's made 2 errors there before the 3rd goal. Look, it is what it is. It's only a quite respectable score, to be honest. That's nothing you've got to consider as well, considering there is that depth, or not depth, that golfing levels, basically. Wellesley, Arsenal, WS, top, not just in the WSL, but we're one of the top teams in the WSL as well. An established team there, all that jazz over the last 35 plus years of the women's game, whereas Leeds, as I think you mentioned it on Friday, like the 4th tier of the women's game. There's literally 3 divisions between us. So to be only 3-0, we're seeing nights of, what was it London City Lionesses, as I mentioned before, getting pumped. And they're London City Lionesses are in the league below us in the Championship. And they've been pumped today by a bang average going by the season, by the way. Tottenham side, that's literally only 6 points off of relegation, something like that, in the WSL. So there's so far, there's things to take positives out of in that sense so far. Positive this. Cheeky bastard. Danny Welbeck's going off. He's been quiet today, to be honest, but yeah. Well, you needed that to outlast Leeds and last one of the cups of this season, yep. Billy Gilmore coming on. Our players will be going to their jobs tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Yeah, that's how far away the golfing levels are in that sense. Obviously, part timers, whereas now our women's team and others are now in WSL wise, all full time. They don't have to hold down a part time job outside the football side of things. Don't like the way the FA disrespected their own tournament over recent years. But what the fuck do the FA know about football? We were saying this the other day. On a Friday night, me, myself, Liam, and all that. We were saying, like, in terms of, course, they brought the replays back, haven't they? In the 3rd and 4th round of the men's FA Cup this year, after obviously last year and the year before, with taking them out because of COVID and all that. Was it last week? 2020, 22. Yeah, 21. Leicester won it. No replays whatsoever. Last year, no replays again because of COVID. For the last two, so basically, yeah, it's the same. The last two seasons, FA Cup replays haven't been a thing in the men's FA Cup. And you'd think this year, World Cup being what it has been, and all that partway through our season, they'd keep that for at least for another season. They'd keep it. It was a good. It worked. The thing is, taking the replays out completely made the competition better in the sense of one way or the other, you knew the result was going to happen on the day. So teams, when they wanted to cause an upset, had to do it on the day, or the bigger teams that would normally put a weakened side out against the lesser team had to go full strength and kill the game off in that game, or else. But because they've gone back to third and fourth round, it's going back. We're going back to replays options. Like, seriously, and they wonder why. They wonder why players get run into the ground and there's injuries and all that. Because there will be injuries to these teams. The deeper they go into this, I know from the next round onwards, we no replays, but all these teams there've been a lot of draws this weekend as well. So there's a lot of replays that have got to be done now for the next round. It's an extra game. It's just not necessary. Let's be brutally honest there. Ipswich had 4 replays against Leeds and 75. Yeah. I mean, what was it back in the day? As I was way back in the day in my early years, you used to have FA Cup final replays. And it's just kept going on and on and on. It's like bloody hell. Eventually, they dedicated that and semi-final replays and all that. But that's one part of the FA Cup. It's sort of, especially this. Obviously, that was with COVID and all that for the last 2 years, but this year especially, you thought they'd keep it as it has been for the last 2 years in terms of no replays whatsoever for this year especially, and then reassess things come the summer. This has gone, no, oh well, off you go. It's like, so you got this game here. You got games like this. This game, Brighton versus Brighton Liverpool now. Both teams know, even though especially Liverpool don't want the extra because they've got Champions League around the corner. Liverpool coming back in the next couple of weeks, they don't want the extra game, but at the same time, they know worst case they can quite happy. They can take it back. Almost say that, but almost scored. They can take this back to Anfield and in their eyes get the job done. Anfield. Saying that they're home from something exactly great, but you know what I'm saying. Who else is bent today? I mean, Wrexham, Sheffield United. Wrexham know realistically, even though financially it benefit them, they went to a replay to Sheffield. How much more money they would make from it? It's more beneficial to actually win the game on the day now. Where Sheffield United, if things don't go their way at the start, and they go beyond against Wrexham, they'll get to a point they'll go, you know what, we'll take the draw, go back to our place and kill them off in the replay. Whereas, as I say, the last 2 years, where they've not had to took the replays out because of COVID and all that, we didn't have that. Like both teams, because the result had to happen on the day. So penalty, if it weren't in normal time or extra time, it's been penalties either way. Teams were coming out, and it made the game so much better. Last year, Middlesbrough went to Man United in the FA Cup. What round it was? I think it's at 4th round, something like that, 4th or 5th round. Might be the 4th. I can't remember now. Either way, Middlesbrough away to Man United, because they knew the game was there was no replays, no option of a replay. They gave it their best on the night, and they went behind, but they came back. They fought. They came back in the game. Fought, and they had a few decent chances in the extra time, but took the penalties and knocked Man United out. But it made a better game of it because both teams knew that the result had to happen on the night. But let's go back to the replay system. Yeah. I think, it's clear. I think the last two seasons, I keep saying it, they've shown now that the replay system itself is out. It's an outdated system now. It needs to be probably just taken out, really, with all due respect. Just take it out and have it literally on the day, bang. One way or the other, it's going to be over till they sort of what we did for the last two seasons. How are we doing for time, by the way? Start the game late in the first half, and then start the late in the second half again. A minute past 3 here. It was the beginning of the end of that Leeds era, mate. Mad thing is, all those Leeds players were amazing. Glad to see them. Few of them are no longer. Okay. Lucky to see those great Liverpool sides in the 70s as a little kid. I can only imagine, but the mid 70s to the late 80s, that Liverpool side, that as a club in general, just dominated not just domestically but in Europe as well. Came at a consequence though in the late years, in the late 80s, when their fans decided to do what they did in Turin and all that, and because of their behaviour, literally got all the other English clubs as well, along with them, banned from playing in European club competition for 5 years. No coincidence. In the first couple of years or so of English clubs being allowed to compete again in Europe, we win a European trophy, not the European Cup, but a European trophy in the Cup Winners' Cup. It goes to show that if there wasn't that ban in place, that 5-year ban for English clubs, George Graham, you could argue George Graham could have won a European Cup. Like, I mean, what do you call it now, the Champions League? Could have won it with. Could have possibly would have won at least a Champions League title, European Cup title, we call it, in his time at Arsenal. But no, Liverpool fans, and they want again. Liverpool fans wonder why there's not I would say hate. Hate's is the wrong word, but how can I put it? A bit of angst, so to say, towards their fan base when they did what they did back then, and how they behave nowadays. But they wonder why, and then it's like, why does everyone have a thing against us? Because you're paying the arses. You've got, because of your actions, English clubs weren't allowed to play in European football for 5 years. And you act so entitled, like it's a God-given right that you should be competing, even in the 30 years where they weren't really competing. It was a God-given right that they believed. But yeah, it is what it is. Still bloody late. 5 past 3, and they're still not come back for the second half yet. Right, I'll get my dinner while I'm waiting then. Well, Josh, no. Move, 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 move. Go, 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 go. Is still one on? Yeah. Move. Go on. Oh dear. Mad again. We're back underway for the second half. As I seen your comment, by the way, as I've switched over. Okay, now. Almost full. Okay, now. As soon as I say it, I'm almost full. There's chicken, potatoes. I will say this, just in terms of the Ben's FA Cup, this game between Brighton and Liverpool, dead. It is absolutely, been absolutely dreadful, especially in the second half. McKay's just down and getting treatment on his face. Okay. Go on, go on. Oh, lucky. Oh, sorry about that. Can't see any subs. I can't see any subs that have been made by either team in the second half. By the way, go on, go on. What about Dennis Dickamore? Okay, who should go off? Who went off for her? Bloody, he's made 4 subs. Connington Ford's gone off. Connington Ford went off. Okay, corner coming in. Yeah, Connington Ford went off for Stina Batsonias. Took Liam Williamson off. Forgot he wouldn't on my way. Kim Little's gone off for Frida Malo. And Leah Hernan's gone on for Gio. No subs from the Leeds team. Oh, been there going off. Second half again. By the way, I'm watching the game besides doing a phone call doing here. But it started off again like first half was. Literally, it was just they're camped in their half, and we're just going, okay, pass ball around. Easy with the goalkeeper instead. It looks like McAllister's going to have to go off because he's been down now for what, 5-6 minutes now? He's been down for. Clearly he ain't able to stand up. He doesn't feel like he can stand up or whatever. If it's like concussion, I think they'll just take him off, won't they? Not looking good. He isn't looking good. Go on, Lena. Go on, Lena. Go on. Easy for the goalkeeper. I will come back to the chat in a minute, guys, by the way. Just finish this and I'll come back into the chat to see what you guys got to say. Thank you very much. Go on. Go on, honey. Go on. Have a shot. Cool. Come on. Again, I know we're 3-0 up here, but I'm in products day. Final third. It's been awful. Go on, go on. 2-1 Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool. The holders are going out the FA Cup. Literally deep in injury time. 5 minutes injury time been added on. A minute and a half into injury time. Has I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Has scored. The guy that scored technically 2 against us was disallowed. Absolutely fantastic finish. And as I say, Liverpool, the FA Cup holders, are going out in the fourth round of the FA Cup away to Brighton. There we go. It was poor all around from Liverpool defensively. Look at the space he has to get the ball over, across again like that. Look. And he has all the time to get the touch off. And fucking Andy Robertson is just standing there the entire time. Yeah, it was exactly what a goal. It was the touch, and then the first touch was fantastic. Second touch, little cheeky one there, and then boom. Oh, no, they're checking for offside. No. This is what I don't like. The stages for the final VAR, because you're not going to get Wrexham versus Sheffield United. They have VAR, so what the hell? Well, they're going to say Liverpool 4-0. Leah Hurlings have scored. Sorry, Tom. Blackstone still hasn't scored. Onside. Counts. There you go. Brighton goal counts as well. Well taken from Leah Hurling. Well taken. Of course, they're checking for us. Hopefully, Man City draw United and Tottenham draw Brighton. Yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it? As well, the FA Cup draw. Yeah, I guarantee now, because there's only a minimal amount of big teams left in terms of your United, City, and then you got class of Tottenham, who haven't won in 15 years, trophy in 15 years, haven't won the FA Cup since '91. And Brighton, obviously a decent team now. I guarantee they will be kept apart. Guarantee it. Yeah, of course. Let's go right 1 second. The dog's hovering again. 1 second. Last minute by Liverpool. Liverpool literally have to score on this attack. No, they lost the ball. Thank you. You're in the kitchen. Come on. Out. Not that way. Move. Go. Staircase. Oh, me. We are now in. Lamptey's just been taken off. We are now beyond the 5 minutes injury time. We're in the 96th minute now. Tariq Lamptey has been taken off, and Van Heek has been brought on. Long throw from Gomez. Pointless. It's literally free. Curtis Jones' feet. Liverpool going out. Last attempt, last hurdles. Oh, corner possibly, or goal kick. Goal kick. Yeah, the roof on the Amex Arena is about to come off any moment now. In the meantime, at Arsenal, 4-0 still. Come on. As I said, what did I say about Stina? If she came in at half time, she said no input in this. I know it's 4-0 or whatever, 3-0 at half time, and she came on. I think she's had one shot since she's coming at half time. Aside from that, no input in this game in the attacking third. But hey, top quality player there. And that's it. Liverpool cup holders are out. They have failed to defend their trophy. They cannot win. They've failed to defend the League Cup. They've now failed to defend the FA Cup. They ain't going to win the league. So if Liverpool are to win the trophy this season, it has to be the Champions League. And let's be honest, that ain't happening. So a possible trophy this season for Jurgen and his Liverpool side. Yeah, as I say, there's only Real Madrid in the Champions League tie as well. Only Real Madrid. So they've played Liverpool 3 times now this season in all comps. Drawn 3-all under the same manager, by the way. All under this manager. Drew 3-all, beat them 3-4-0 the other week, and knocked them out the cup today 2-1. Other than that, though, apart from that literal that goal at the end there, second half though for that game was awful. Still, mate, bloody hell. I'm sorry. Poor. You're not missing that, Mary.
Actually, I you at all today, have I? Sorry. I said I didn't come back to you and I didn't. I'm so mean, weren't I? Oh, I still picked the smile though.
The microphone's picked up, by the way.
Huh?
My microphone picked up, by the way.
Like what?
My microphone picks it up, by the way. Anyway.
Don't chase things.
All right. True. I'll take a few wins and build confidence. Yeah, exactly. There you are. This, you know what? It should come in and face on the music. I'll get covered. Shit. Just a tad, Chris. Oh dear. As I was saying before you came in, Chris, as well, the only way you can win something now, Champions League, and you got Real Madrid next. So good luck. And the right to the end of the season to fix this. But hypothetically, if it continues down this route, Chris, then what's your come May? What's your mindset then? Hypothetically. Yes, every club he's managed in some season, he has failed. Mainz was his first club, obviously. Dortmund, having a feeling it's the same route. Yeah, yeah. But we said that we were saying at the start of the season, possibility wise. Stefan, that summer season thing, it is especially we think of Dortmund, how that went about. How that went about that summer season. Almost at one point looked like they're going to go down. Our defending champ was they're going to go down. Managed to push them up to mid-table. And obviously, he stepped down and a few months later, Liverpool. You think the resources got Liverpool and all that? First time, mate, there. Second time, sure you've learned something the second time round, but it seems like the same things happened again and again. And it's just a thing with him now. Come on, girls. BT, 5-0. Nice, easy header for Jane BT. Pretty much stood on the spot, had it, cushion header, towards goal, looped on the goalkeeper, 5-0. Yeah, with Klopp, it was a bit of a. You think first time man can excuse it, whatever, mate. Nothing of it. Second time again, nothing of it. Just one of them things we're talking about. Especially with Bummy just poaching all that players and all. Sort of nothing of it. But to have the resources you've got at Liverpool, to done what you've done, and it's got to this point. God's sake, one sec. Oh, everyone pissed me off today. Out. Right, sorry about that. But yeah, you'd think with all the resources, everything he's done at Liverpool, this wouldn't happen again. But the fact it has, not to say level with Dortmund in terms of at any point being near relegation, but to be so I know they've got injuries to Jota for most of the he's been out into most of the season, and Diaz has been out since he played Arsenal. A couple of injuries here and there. Now you've got the 6-0. Black City scored. Well done. Come on. I didn't get to the scoreboard. It's getting embarrassing now. Still scores 2 more, Tom. You need to have a word of yourself. Well, the players anyway. Right, here we go, man. That would out. Right, BD. I've seen her play because she scored a goal. She's been crap up till now. She's been a usual self basically. There we go, 6-0. The perfect placement of Cup would be the Celtic manager, in your opinion. Okay, that'd be because of Vulture. I don't understand what you're saying, but because of what the SPL's reputation is and all that, it'd be a huge call for Liverpool to go down that route. I can get what you're saying. Does play attacking football, doing well on a budget. Celtic as well. So I can understand why you're saying that, but I don't think the owners. I don't even think the majority of the fans would accept that, though. Sadly. But chill, hold on, mate. No, it just seems weird that how it's happened this season. It's been so soft underbelly, not just away from home, but at home. And then I mentioned about the injuries to Jota and Luis Diaz, and now most recently Van Dijk. But even then, it shouldn't be. You guys shouldn't be struggling to this level. The way you have been this season, with all due respect to the standards he set, you are struggling massively this season. And I can't say honestly. I know you might sound harsh, it might upset you, but I can't honestly see it getting any better. You've got Real Madrid in the Champions League over 2 legs, 7-0. We've sort of just beat the man now, bloody even. It's this again. Bloody hell. She's on a hat trick out of nowhere after coasting the majority of this. Oh, that was a cheeky one as well from Stina. Cheeky little flick, Henri-esque. If you know, you know. Coasting, literally coasting this second half, and then out of nowhere, she's on the verge of a hat trick. Seven. McCabe's going off now. Bloody hell, that's not good. 75. Is this a vow? Just a tad. Just a tad, my friend. This cat is really pissing me off. You're pissing me off, you. Got John in the chat. How you doing, John? Hope you're keeping well. Guys, you don't know what to do. Smash that like button, by the way. If results get really bad, I can see Gerald as interim manager. But really? Again, with Stevie G, it's a bit of a. Even as interim, I know he's the Liverpool legend and the fans want him, but with how things went with Villa and all that, I don't think that's the right move for him. Because again, knowing the owners, he'll come in as interim, have a good run, Get given a job full time. You better score one come August next season. Sorry. It's clear we are taking it to the wire with Chelsea women to the last match. That's the hope, my friend. That is the hope. Hopefully, in the meantime, between now and Tuesday, we don't strengthen them and give them Cape with Cape. As I said, I was saying with Tom and Stefan back in the first half, because obviously the rumours, confirmation that Chelsea made a bid for Kate McCabe in the last few days. And we rejected it straight out of hand, obviously, but it ain't looking good. If we strengthen them, you might as well give them the title. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully we don't know. Here we go, right. But yeah, hopefully. Take them to the wire. Nick it ourselves for once and stop them from winning it 3 or 4 years in the bounce now. Technically one was gifted to them by guesswork, so if they won't, it should be 3 years where they've actually earned the bits, 4 when one was given on guesswork. So literally guesswork. We're going to guess that they win this game, win that game, win that game, win that game. But in the meantime, Arsenal, Man City lose all these games, so it can't be cool. Oh, we're going for it. Come on for the 8th. Good goalkeeping there. Okay. I haven't said that much about a goalkeeper today for Leeds. I'm assuming Stoke went through in the end, by the way. Right, let's have a look. Are we going to go for that 8th? Imagine we get double figures between now and that all time. If I can keep taking the risk there. The post. There we go. 8-0. Literally hit the post. Steph Curry had the shot, hit the post, came back to our academy player who's just come on for Gate of the Cave. First touch, first shot, bang. 8-0. Agiments. Well, Stoke's still playing 2-1. Bloody hell. 8-0 to the Arsenal. Two more goals in double figures. Oh, Tom must be like, what's going on? Let's put this right now. There we go. There we go. 8-0. Seven different goal scorers as well along the way. We want 10 system. Yeah, but you need to get 20. Oh, dear, you got to laugh. Why is everyone coming to laugh whilst I'm live? Seriously. Oi! You've just been out, I know for a fact. Come on, have a shot, have a pop. That's all I thought would be a hat trick there. Keeper get straight down the keeper's throat, but at the same time, it almost, as she pushed it, it was almost a dip into top corner. Oh, mate. And the Arsenal goalkeeper's first touch of the day. As I'm coming back. Go on, go on. Up, up, up. And the shot. Yes. What a shot again. Put it over as well with the goal. 9-0. Who would have thought? We won 11. We won 11. Good strike as well, though. Sure. Three. Come on, guys! I deserve if we get 10 or 11, a couple of you need to become members for a month. And membership is in the description and the top of this chat as well. Start this stream. Oh dear. 9-0 to the Arsenal. 6 minutes to go plus injury time. These sides have gone quite. They need to make some subs here. Just get players on for the experience now. Next week, next Saturday, 4 p.m. England versus Scotland in the Six Nations. Italy versus France next Sunday. Easy win for France, as per usual. Stop time wasting. I want 11. I want my goals. Nine 0 to the Arsenal. 9-0 to the Arsenal. Go on, go for the tape. Go on, Steph. Try to find Blackstenius there. Went way past Blackstenius though. Oh, go on. It's coming. The double figures are coming, Tom. I'm sorry. As I said earlier, Tom, it's balanced itself out. Our men went out, your men went through, our women went going through, your women are going out. All balanced out. All thought I was going to creep you. Let's see if we keep scoring. I think it should have been next goal win to 8-0. Then we still win then. Stefan, how long is there to go? Ryan, there is 4 minutes plus injury time, so about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, give or take. It won't be much injury time because of how rampant we've been in goals and all that. Even though there have been a few subs because of how one side of this has been, they're going to try and Get the team off ASAP. Go on, Steph. Come on. I've started watching the Bundesliga and I really like it. Okay, who are you watching in particular out of interest with this? Like, obviously not Bayern Munich, I assume. Out of interest there. Because I know Sky give us access to the extent every week, don't they? Go on. Okay. Unlucky. We want 10 mil. We want 10. Oh dear. So what's on now? What time is it on? 5:05. I might have got visual on now then. Right, let's have a look what's going on here. One of my group chats on Twitter's gone mental all of a sudden, so I'm just double checking things. No, nothing. Don't know why all going for one, but okay. Right, come on. Let's finish this strong. I mean, it's 9-0, but let's finish it strong. As it cameras, focus on the official and then move vastly away and blur visioners. Go on, get the 10th. Go on. In we go. Oh, that was 13. What was that? The ball literally went out of the stadium. It was that bad a shot in the end. The ball actually went out into the car, quite literally into the car park. Now they're asking for a ball. Okay, that's cool. I'll be likely. That's not. Yeah, that's cool. Working that. Oh, this dog is really doing my head in today. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, come on. Yes, in the bed. Go in your bed. No, in the. Just chill. Let me see how much injury time's been added on. Have a look, guys. Oh, for God's sake, will you fucking lay down? So don't think we're getting our 10, by the way, by the looks of it. I'll give you a second touch of the day. All right. Poor. Will you go in bed? Move. Oh, for the love of. How you doing my head in today? No need for it. I honestly didn't think they'd give us much injury time, but we're into our 4th minute now, the injury time here. Pardon me. And that's it. Arsenal go through to the next round of the FA Cup, the 5th round, into the draw as well. Beating, and I mean, absolutely. It's more so in the second half. We're filling up at half time, but the second half we've been, after about 15 minutes to start, it's like a bit more clinical in the final third and showing our full force basically. And yeah, we win 9-0 in the end. Could have been a lot more in the end, but to the point that even Arsenal.com are struggling to keep the players on the actual scoreboard. Arsenal didn't score 10 Arsenal. Oh dear. If that's the case, every other team's shit then. Yeah, we took mercy after the 9th one and without winning. We took mercy for the last 5 minutes. We thought, you know what, we could, but we're not going to. Canaries. Not canaries, lovebirds, but along the lines of, yeah. But yeah, nice, comfortable win today. Easing ourselves into the next round. Leeds, I was disappointed, even though, again, the Leeds team is, they are part timers. There's 3 divisions between us and them. I was disappointed of how they approached the game and how they played it. I would have liked it if they come out a bit more the first half before the scoreline got out of control. I would have liked them to give us a go, give us a test. It's just too easy in that sense, of all due respect. But it is what it is. After we're now on to the next. Birds is a scream. Big up Thunder Road. How you doing, my friend? Congratulations in all seriousness, Tom. Thank you very much. Obviously, as you say, one of our teams had to get further than your team in a cup competition this season. Oh dear, I had to wait long enough, but still. Yeah, on to the next now. Next round had a draw. I think the draw will be tomorrow around 7 o'clock UK time, so I'll keep an eye out for that and keep you guys updated on that. Probably do a podcast tomorrow in reaction to and build up, sort of reaction / building up to Saturday's game against Everton. Reaction to Man City. How we're feeling. Any transfer business we're looking into. And obviously, as I say, Everton on Saturday. Looking forward to Everton on Saturday. With a Thomas Partey, who is thankfully not out injured. Yay. And then deadline day, might do a little stream for a few hours, the last few hours of deadline day, if we are linked with anyone on deadline day. Otherwise, there's no point, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, coming on there and going, right, we're going to keep on the other team, sort of thing. Right? No. If Arsenal are linked with anyone on deadline day, I might do a deadline day stream for the last few hours. Get a few, got Tom and whoever else who wants to come on, get a few guys on, have a bit of a laugh and all that along the way. And then, yeah, apart from them 2 mentioned there, then it's just full focus ahead after that, then on Arsenal away to Everton. Again, not even officially announced it. Sean Dyer's Everton as well. That's going to be interesting. I think we'll be fine with Partey being available. I think we'll be fine for that. But yeah, it is what it is. on that side of things. A 4-tier gap in the women's football is clearly bigger than the same tier gap in the men's football. Yeah, just I think I think the scoreboard showed that in the end. And the fact that again, kids don't want to have a dig, but didn't even try it 0-0. It was just literally just trying to keep the scores as low as possible. Smash dice. If it's announced by then, we're still waiting for the official announcement on Sunday. We thought it was going to come on Friday. Stefan wants to retire and live in Nitro. Oh God, he's upset him now. Oh dear. Apart from that, to say, what's that? Breaking news. Just come through. Newcastle related. Newcastle complete the signing, £45 million for Anthony Gordon from Everton. Okay, well, yep, let me open it up. Yeah, I think 45 million for Anthony Gordon is way too much, in my opinion, for someone that's literally started right at the start of the season, then fallen off a cliff, and behaved the way he has done for his boyhood club. I think a bit disrespectful, in my opinion. And again, 40 on Newcastle bad. I know they've got all the money in the world and they won the lottery, but £45 million for someone like Anthony Gordon, and yet Arsenal spent £21 million or 22 million pound plus add-ons on Leon Trossard. It is what it is at the end of the day. Oh dear. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow around 7:30, 8 o'clock for the podcast, and then depending on if we're linked to anyone on deadline day, between 7:30, 8 o'clock on deadline day in the evening. Only if we're actually going in for someone or whatever, or we've signed someone on the day or whatever. Other than that, we'll see you again soon. As always, take care of yourselves. If you haven't already, do subscribe, do smash that like button. If you want to become a member, link is in the description for that. Just go into the description and follow the link, and it'll take you to the two options of a 99p or £2.99. Explain it all there. I'm about to do a bit of a cleaning down here, and then I will be tonight fixing up the emojis and all that stuff for the membership. So you've got more ways to interact by being a member in a fun way in the live chat. Apart from that, I'll see you on the other side. As always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. Take the scoreboard down and see you later.